Hey guys, I relearned a crazy, super valuable lesson recently when I was telling some stories and there were some people that were like, huh? What? Did that really happen? Is that even possible? And it reminded me that you and I, when we are limited in our experience and our knowledge, it literally limits our understanding. And I remember having experiences like that in my own life where because of my lack of knowledge and my lack of experience, there were times when I couldn't even understand what somebody else was trying to explain. And a story they were trying to tell or an experience they were trying to share, I literally could not wrap my mind around it because I had no frame of reference. I had no context. It was outside of my current reality. And so you and I, what we know and what we've experienced is our own reality. And anything that's outside of that is foreign to us. And a lot of people, we get in this little reality like this, and anything that's outside of that perimeter, we have a hard time believing or understanding. And we think, oh, come on, could that possibly be true? You must be exaggerating. You must be lying. That can't really be the case. No way. Because it's outside of our current reality. Whoa, let that sink in, right? We can't believe or understand something because it's outside of what we currently know. And so I've come to realize that it is critical for you and for me to be constantly learning, reading voraciously, learning things from all kinds of genres. And I was recently in the Library of Congress and in Thomas Jefferson's library, which I love that place. It was so amazing. And as I was in there, the guide said that Jefferson believed adamantly in both the breadth and the depth of education, meaning you need to know a lot of subjects and you need to go deep in certain subjects. And many of us have stayed superficial or shallow. We're just kind of on the frothy surface and we haven't gone deep in certain things. And others of us are very narrow. We have no breadth or width, right? We haven't explored all these different ideas and we're very narrow. And so we stay stuck and limited. And it literally prevents us from connecting with people and places and stories and principles and life lessons. We can't even understand what they're talking about or what they're saying because we have no frame of reference. And I know some of you are like, well, wait a minute, won't that always be the case because you can't know everything? And part of that is yes. There will always be things outside of our current reality because you can't know and study everything. But what can we do about it? We can be learning like crazy, and we can be getting out and intentionally having more and more and more experiences and trying to experience as much as we can and get as much variety as we can. Unfortunately, many of us, we get in this pattern of life and we stay there for years. And so like you've heard me say many, many times, instead of having years of experience in life, some people have the same experience year after year. You get what I'm saying? And so year after year after year after year after year, they had the same experience. The same little group of friends, the same little group of people, the same little routines and the same kind of books and the same kind of restaurants and the same kind of experiences. And they stay in one little corner of the earth and we end up so limited and so small. So what do we do about it? Well, get my book list. I've got an awesome book list. And in fact, I'll share it here. I'll share the book list with you. Read voraciously across all genres, from histories and religions and cultures and biographies, and just read like crazy across all subjects. Get a great education, world-class education, by reading across so many different subjects. Expose yourself to new ideas and different disciplines and studies. Oh, there's so much to learn. So be reading that voraciously. Just when you open my book list, look across the list and just pick 5 or 10 topics, buy the books, stick them on your nightstand or your bookshelf or your desk, and then just start working through them. In fact, it's really healthy and really good to read 4 or 5 different books at a time. So kind of be working through them together. That's number 1. Number 2, please be crazy intentional about having as many different experiences as absolutely possible. Please, please, please do that. I've talked to poor people who never can comprehend what wealth is like. And I've talked to wealthy people who can never comprehend what poverty is like. And I've talked to people in the middle that can't understand either way. And I've talked to people that have never been exposed to different races or religion. And if where you live is a very monoculture, meaning it's all the same, like you have to be crazy intentional about getting out and interacting with languages and different ideas and philosophies and cultures and lifestyles and traditions. I mean, get out and see the world. Travel as much as you can. I really believe that. A travel lifestyle isn't for everybody, but I think everyone needs to travel because there's certain things you can only learn that way. And so get out and interact with people, talk to people you normally wouldn't talk to, right? And have conversations with people that have different ideas from you, and expose yourself to different circumstances. Go serve and in a Boys and Girls Club. If you live an affluent life like many of us do, go into the inner city and serve and help out. Go to a soup kitchen or a food pantry or a homeless shelter where you can serve. Go join a humanitarian expedition. Like I lead one to Guatemala every year. Come on one of my expeditions. Go have some adventures. Get out and do something totally different than what you're used to. And every time you do that, it expands your reality. And like somebody brilliant one time said, I can't remember who it was, said the mind once expanded can never return to its former dimensions. And that is our goal. That's literally our goal, to keep expanding our reality every single day. So please, like I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you, I'm challenging you, do not go to bed any day, ever, without at least learning one new thing. That's easy. It's so easy. Just get a stack of books and just read a couple pages. Boom. I mean, watch some videos on the YouTube channel, right? Listen to the podcast, whatever. Like, it's so easy. And I want to level up here. I'm saying spend an hour, at least an hour every day learning. Just spend an hour every day learning. And think about this. This is so powerful and it's so exciting. I love it. You can tell how passionate and excited I am about this, because I do it every day, and I do it with my children, and I read to them and they read. And every single day of our lives, our reality expands just a little bit. And then now I meet people all over the place, and I can quickly engage with them, engage in conversation, and we have things to talk about because I've been to 41 countries. I'm about to go to 3 more. Woo! I've been to all these countries, been around the world. I speak multiple languages, and I've had so many experiences that I can relate to people and talk to them and find out about them. And I practice, asking questions and engaging. I stopped at a little taco stand today. It was awesome. And a whole bunch of little Latino dudes sitting there waiting for their tacos and burritos. And I'm like, hey guys, where are you from? And they were all telling me where each state they're from in Mexico. And I was engaging. I've been there. We ended up talking. He's just showing me pictures of his farm back home and the family and the place. And it was awesome engaging in this conversation because I can. And where most of us are like, oh, I got nothing, right? And I've done that now. I go out and I'm communicating with people all the time, and they're just like, come on, man, that'd be true? And I'm like, how? What? Yes, it's true. Hello? And they have no idea. They've never even heard of it. I mean, things that are happening around the world that are going to have a direct influence on all of us. And these people have never even heard of it because they're only exposed to the same things day in and day out. Okay, guys. So, what are you going to do about it? Like, if you change nothing, and nothing will change, my friends. Like, you have to be deliberate. You have to be intentional. You have to put it on the calendar. You have to schedule it. You have to put timelines and deadlines. You have to put consequences and rewards. Like, get the books. Buy some right now. Buy some new books in some new genres you haven't read before. Listen to different kinds of music. Try different kinds of foods. Interact with different kind of people. Have different experiences and adventures. If you've never been to a symphony, go to one. If you've never been to an orchestra, go to one. If you've never been to like a classical concert, go, my friends. If If you've ever been to a museum or an art gallery, get out there and do it. And every time you do it, boom, expands the mind a little bit more. An hour a day of learning. Boom, 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 boom. And then you're able to, check this out, this is the coolest part. Then you're able to engage with so many people in so many different ways. Absolutely incredible. Awesome's always an option. Reach upward, my friends.